The disrespect has to stop. I'm sorry. I'm not letting this slide because it's getting out of hand and someone needs to acknowledge what is really going on. Well, reportedly, former Nuggets GM Calvin Booth was dismayed that Michael Malone continued to play Russell Westbrook over Jalen Pickett, per The Athletic. Questionable source to begin with, but that's a later discussion. Booth wanted Malone to use younger players that he drafted and wanted Malone to stray away from using veterans for so many minutes. Jalen Pickett is a good example of this, according to league sources. Booth was dismayed that Malone went with Russell Westbrook over Pickett down the stretch of multiple games last week. I'm sorry. In no world would a coach with any level of competence play Jalen Pickett over Russell Westbrook. I'm sorry. Russell, yes, he has his mistakes here and there. All-time legend. You win with him, you die by him. And he's shown up for the Nuggets majority of this season. The stretch where Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon was out, Christian Braun was in and out of the lineup, Russell Westbrook stepped up and helped keep that team afloat along with Jokic. So this whole agenda that everyone, ever since he had his little mishap, the missed layup, the foul a couple weeks ago, and it has to stop because you guys like to take every little mistake that he does and magnify it as if he's been doing this the whole season, and it's not reality. And this whole narrative that everyone's trying to paint that supposedly wherever Russell Westbrook goes, that he plays a factor in the coach getting fired, you guys got to stop that. Especially with the Darvin Ham. He got fired after Russell Westbrook left. Especially this year, Russell Westbrook had nothing to do with Mike Malone being fired this year. That's simply of the fact of, one, Calvin Booth and Mike Malone's relationship and their ability to not coexist. They hated each other, and it was very evident. Like, they couldn't hide it. So I think everyone who tries to get on this bandwagon and try to diminish Russell Westbrook's legacy, and you're a loser excuse of a fan because you're trying to dogpile him and paint this narrative as if he's some terrible player or one of the worst players to ever touch a basketball. He's a legend, and you guys disrespect him, and once he's done playing, you'll really respect the legacy that he left for this game. Because there's not many players that still play with the amount of heart that he's able to play with still in this year, in year 17. So the respect, it needs to be given because he's earned it. He gives his heart every single night. And you guys find every little excuse to diminish that and try to label him as things that he's not, such as vampire, such as a bad teammate, such as a cancer to a team, a cancer to an organization. They shouldn't have signed him, such and such. You guys are losers. And you guys, if you choose to watch basketball that way, I genuinely feel sorry for you because you're a lame excuse of a human being. To respect him because he's a legend and he's on a minimum contract, and the production he's giving you with a minimum contract, he's playing well above that. So keep that in mind when you're trying to criticize him every single time he makes a mistake.